I do feel very strange about the fact that I'm now a doctor, because it seems to have suddenly happened. I know that I've been doing it for 6 years, but it suddenly seems to be that that's, you know, passed your exams and that's where we are. And I don't think it's really hit me yet still. Going in, first day, you know, deep breath. In many ways, I am absolutely terrified, to be honest. In all reality, the driving force for me for wanting to do medicine really has come from growing up as a child with my sister having cystic fibrosis. One of the things that has stuck with me through that, a lasting memory really, was going in to see her, wired up to all these machines. And I remember being quite nervous and not really knowing what was going on or really where I was, but just seeing my tiny baby sister lying there aged 3 months. And one of the medical staff, it might not have been a doctor, but one of the medical staff took my hand, pulled me forward and just said, "Lucy, you know, you can touch her, you know, it's okay." From her coming home really, from hospital during that time, I sort of got involved with her care quite early on. I mean, even age 5, I remember being laid on a beanbag, tilted up in the living room like this for her physiotherapy. And I remember Mum sort of patting her on the chest and me wanting to give it a go and see what, and sort of get involved with looking after her. I mean, I'm terrible really. Because I have grown up with her and I've always been a part of her treatment, I come home and I know she's 19 nearly now and she's able to do it all herself, but I'm constantly, "Sophie, have you taken your enzymes? Sophie, have you done this?" And I'm sure sometimes she thinks, "Oh, Lucy, please." I know. But somehow, you know, when you've had that role in someone's life, you just kind of can't help it.
The things that I think Lucy will find hard to begin with being a junior doctor is probably a sensitive side.
Sometimes I've had to sit there and really bite my lip, because obviously it's not professional to sit there and cry in front of a patient, but when you've not experienced something before and something overwhelms you for the first time, you don't always know how to handle it initially.
It's going to be quite interesting to see how she copes with it. Even if you've had a fractious day and maybe, you know, things have gone wrong at home, you've got to leave that at the hospital door and you walk onto the ward and then you are Dr. Holmes and that's it.
In terms of my spare time, I am really into my sport. I love running. Nothing like getting out in the fresh air and just going for it.
Running is something that she enjoys, but it also, of course, she has a reason for doing it. I mean, if you know, she keeps fit, but hey, if she's going to run a competitive race, then she can do it and raise money for a cause. And of course, cystic fibrosis is a great cause to do it for.
I'm very interested in sort of fitness and health and nutrition and things like that. So my interest, I guess, in nutrition leads me on to my other interest, main interest really, which is cooking, kitchen, baking. I love cooking for my family when I'm home. I love cooking for my housemates when I'm away. I suppose my choice of medicine, my interests, my family, I guess that's one side of my personality that really does come through, in that I like to care for people and think of other people in that way. And probably, yeah, I think it comes through in all aspects of my life in some ways. What I'd like to be able to do is, with my patients, put them at ease and form a relationship or a rapport with them that makes them feel as comfortable as they can in potentially quite a daunting and uncomfortable environment. And I guess really my first experience of hospital with Sophie has probably got a lot to do with that, because that's exactly what was done to me as somebody in that environment.